Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cassandra. I am the witch, the spiritualist, the founder and creator of Magick of Eden. If you are returning, welcome back fam. Thank you so much for coming by and spending some time with me tonight. So as you can tell by the title of this video, we have a completely different vibe right now, and this is definitely a first for me. I am not used to doing anything remotely close to this at all, but we are going to be incorporating kink with tarot. And this message is focusing on what our submissives, or what you as a submissive need to hear right now in the moment. Now, this is definitely a spare of the moment reading, and we're going to see how this goes. And if I like the vibe, of course, we're going to continue. And yeah, so as you can see, I've already got some cards. I already have a deck laid out here. We are going to be using, I believe it's called Tarot of Sexual Magic. And here is the deck here. It's so beautiful. I love this deck. I really do. And as you can tell, the lighting is a bit different, and the reason is because we are focusing more on the sensuality of this, right? So that is also the reason why I'm talking so softly, is because we just want to keep it sensual. We want to keep it sexy. We want to keep it chill, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, here is the deck that we're going to be using, the tarot deck here. I absolutely love this deck. You don't have to use this deck in particular for, relationship readings, or, BDSM or kink readings or things like that. But because I've used this deck actually just doing like a regular reading, because not everything is sexual, you know what I mean? This deck is definitely intimate. It is very sensual, but it helps you in a sense, well, it helps me connect more with the sensual and feminine aspect of myself. So that's the reason why I do like using this deck. I don't use it very often, but you will see it from time to time, and you will see it more often should this reading go the way that it is, I guess, meant to go. So we're going to be using that deck, and I might be pulling from the Gilded Lenormand. I'm not sure exactly yet, but we might. But for sure, we will be pulling from the Sexual Magic Oracle deck, as you can see here. And we will also be pulling from the Menara Erotic Oracle. Of course, we have to keep the vibes going with the Oracle decks too, right? And that was decks that I said, for those of y'all with little dirty minds. Anyways, and I have my beautiful handcuffs here because I am going to be attempting to do this reading with handcuffs on. And if it's really bugging me, I will use the safe word. Our safe word is gonna be strawberry, because I fucking love strawberries, and we're just gonna use that safe word, okay? So anyways, let me go ahead and unlock these handcuffs, and we're just gonna put that on. All right, you guys, so we are cuffed. Oh my god, look at that beautiful pink around my skin. It's so beautiful. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Rolling up our sleeves here, because we like to do things bondaged. And yeah, so let's go ahead. So first and foremost, I want to set the intention that this reading reaches whoever needs to hear it at this time. Thank you so much, Fair, for allowing me to be a vessel to give any messages that the collective needs to hear right now. I set the intention that whoever is listening or reading, I set the intention that whoever is listening to this video or watching this video is protected, is loved, their love languages are spoken, and that they feel fulfilled through kink, that they are being led to their liberation through kink. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I've already kind of pre-shuffled the cards, so we're just going to go ahead and start pulling, of course. Oh, wow. That's really interesting, because I was actually going to start pulling, I was going to shuffle a little bit more, but I guess this message really needed to come through. And if you guys hear anything in the background, it is my refrigerator. I don't mean to ruin the mood, but that's just to kind of let you guys know what's up, if that makes sense. Oh man. I just heard the word silence. So for those of you guys that don't know, I am a writer and a poet, so I hear words. That is my way of, that spirit communicates with me predominantly is through words, because I'm very worded. So yes, I will also pick up on smells. I will hear things, of course. I may pick up on memories, and I get feelings at times. So yes, and I also get visions and dreams as well. But predominantly, words are the way that spirit communicates to me, and things like that. So yes, there's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the reading. So the first card we have here that came out was the Ten of Swords in reverse, and we also do have here the Knight of Wands. We have the High Priestess, ooh, in reverse, and we also do have here what looks like the Knight of Wands. We have the Wheel, we have the Devil, and we also have the Six of Wands. Something is being left behind. Like, I don't know why, but I just have this feeling that, like, something is being left behind. So allow me a moment to just kind of sit with this, because I just feel the need to sit with this for a second and just kind of suspend myself. Wow. So this makes me feel, honestly, like I keep hearing the word switch. Like, I need you to switch. Like, it feels almost kind of like someone has this hidden fire that they have had a really hard time expressing, because they feel as though they don't want to leave the dominant submissive relationship. I'm picking up on the fact that someone may feel as though they're growing into becoming a bit more dominant. And I just heard that there's a possibility that someone is picking up on more dominant traits, is what this feels like. And I heard the word exploration, so this definitely does feel like someone is exploring the more dominant side of themselves because they've been submissive for so long. It's not to say that the submissive is not fulfilled, but the submissive is exploring other dimensions of themselves, and they want to see what the dominant aspect is about. And I'm kind of seeing someone take on a more masculine role. And I just heard the word defiant. More than likely, this is someone that has been a lot more defiant in their dominant and submissive relationships. Like, you've been more of a brat lately. And what I'm hearing is that the energy is trying to work its way through. It's like the energy is trying to portray itself. It's trying to show up as something different, if that makes sense. I just heard that also there is a hidden truth that needs to be revealed that is not being said in this to me feels a bit like an urgency. It feels like someone, wow, I just heard, I no longer want to be whipped, I want to be the one whipping. Or I don't want to be the one being punished, I'm ready to punish. There's something that's going on in your life right now that I'm picking up on that makes me feel like you may want to start to express the more dominant aspect of yourself, because your power is rising, your power is growing, and you've drawn enough power by being a submissive. It's now time for you to, it's like you want to project the power that you've been harnessing onto someone else. And it almost kind of feels like I don't know why edging is coming through. Like you've been withholding and harnessing this energy, and you've been withholding from reaching a point of release. And as a result of that, it's like you're ready to release now. It's like you're ready to just have this explosion of, what's the word we're going to use? Euphoria. Let's just call it that. Euphoria. And I also do kind of feel like, in a sense, I just heard that some of you may be challenging your dominance in that way. But what this kind of feels like is that there needs to be a serious conversation, a serious conversation. And I feel that the reason why is because you have to so I want you guys to remember that kink, in my opinion, and this may not be yours, but in my opinion, kink is not necessarily just about pleasure. It's also about transcending and reclaiming your power, and transcending beyond your suffering, and integrating the shadow aspect of yourself in a healthy way to prevent shadow projection. And I have a feeling that you may not be doing this on purpose, and take this as it resonates. This may not be you, but what this feels like is someone that has been very moody. I'm almost picking up on a very moody individual. Like, just there's something about the energy. You're just like, yo, like I just can't right now. And like I just heard that some of you guys are like snapping on people, and you may be coming off like I just heard someone say, "Are you on your period?" And you're just like, just leave me the fuck alone. Like, just leave me alone. You know what I mean? And I feel like, honestly, this makes me feel like there is a part of you that's ready to come out. There's a part of you that's ready to be rebirthed. There's a part of you that needs to show up as something else, if that makes sense, because who you were is still there, but at the same time, it's like you're ready to start integrating this other aspect of yourself, if that makes sense. That's really what this feels like. Now, for those of you guys that know me, you guys know that I don't just go by the book. You know what I mean? Like, I go based off of my intuition, and sometimes my intuition defies the original meaning of the cards, because it just is what it is. That's how my intuition works. So having said that, that's what that message does make me feel. But at the same time, I do feel also that this is actually very healthy. And the reason why this is healthy is because you're learning, in a sense, you're traveling deeper into exploration. But at the same time, what I'm hearing is that you're also I just heard Lilith. It's like you're done with the Eve role. It's time for you now to portray the Lilith, or to tap into your Lilith. And for those of y'all that know, Lilith is a bad bitch. Like, she's a bad bitch. Excuse my French. But seriously, like, she is bad. And it makes me kind of feel like, I just heard I'm coming out to play. I feel like this is you, in a sense, honoring the more rebellious, sexy side of yourself, and showing up as a force to be reckoned with. And I also kind of feel like this is something that your dominant may even be excited by, if that makes sense, to see you turn the pages to dominate them. At that point, it's like, wow, like, I've never seen this side of you. I want to see more of this. Let's explore this, because now I'm shaken. And the thing about Lilith is that she was the one who was not going to be ruled by anyone, because she trusted herself, and she was all about, of course, being liberated and owning her sexuality and owning her sensuality, and not suppressing that, because she understood that to be suppressed means means to be disempowered, and she does not want to do that. So what I'm also feeling is that outside of BDSM, you are learning how to operate from a place of empowerment, and not disempowerment, if that makes sense. And so I feel like now you're showing up as someone who people understand that they can't get over. I feel like, honestly, I don't see this as anything negative. I just see you growing into this more, like, this sexy, dominant, feminine version of yourself. You know what I mean? And I just heard the word integration. So you are learning how to integrate those masculine qualities only where they go. But you're also, in a sense, showing up and bringing another aspect of femininity that we're not used to seeing. And I think that's really awesome. Like, I think that's super sexy. Like, it is so sexy. Like, you have no idea how sexy that is. And what I also feel, though, is that this, in a sense, is you coming out of your shell. This is you showing up and speaking the things that you were afraid of speaking before. This is you coming out and sharing a truth that is hard to swallow, whatever that truth may be. And I feel, I just heard the word safe word. It's, you're learning how to overcome, and yeah, just like overcome your what is the word, hard limits. The hard limits that you once had are no longer hard limits because you've learned and you've mastered your ability. It's like you've, in a sense, enhanced your willpower or your pain threshold. And what I'm kind of seeing is I don't know why I'm saying like someone who's just kind of like, being punished in a sense, and the one who's giving the punishment is getting more tired than the one receiving the punishment. So this like, seriously. And it's just like, I just kind of heard someone say, is that all you've got? Like, and it's just so amazing because it's like you've leveled up, and as a result of that, it's time for you to, in a sense, come and show up as more, if that makes sense. I don't know why that I picked up on that. That's really, really interesting. I just heard also not forcing it. So this to me feels like this is not something that you're forcing. This is something that is coming naturally to you. But what I'm also hearing is that you may be someone who, in a sense, was kind of forcing this side of you to remain where it was. You were suppressing it, and spirit is like, no, don't suppress that. Like, these are legit parts of yourself, and this, in order for you to reach divinity, you have to understand the power of exploration. What I also feel too is that with the devil card here, I don't see this as anything negative because, of course, well, for one, I don't really see anything really as negative. It just kind of is what it is. But what I feel is that with the wheel here, with the Wheel of Fortune, and with the double card, and with the Six of Wands, to me, this is someone showing up as a boss ass as a boss ass bitch. Like, to me, this is someone who is like the walking embodiment of temptation. Like, you've learned to tap more into your temptation and use it for good, if that makes sense. Whatever that looks like for you, it's like you've learned how. I just heard you've learned how to master the art of temptation. I just heard the word dominatrix. You may be someone who wants to start looking more, getting into dominatrix, because this, to me, is another element of Lilith. It's another element of femininity. I think it's so amazing to be the one to give the punishment, to tell someone what to do and things like that, and then you both receive pleasure and euphoria from that. I think that's fucking beautiful. I think it's amazing. You see what I'm saying? I really do believe that. Like, I truly do believe that this is someone who's stepping into another dimension of themselves that they did not know existed. Now, I am not talking about, just, male or female. This is, take it as it resonates. You know what I mean? Regardless of what your gender is. What I feel is that the submissive is now becoming the dominant. And I'm going to be honest with you. If this means that you have to break away from the dominant and submissive relationship that you're in now, that's okay, because what Spirit is saying is that this has served it's time for you now to go on, and you know that, but you're not doing it for whatever reason. You're not doing it. I'm sensing this element of fear of losing this, I guess, this thing or this partner, because you've developed such an amazing, strong, sacred bond. But remember that everything serves its time. And the more that you tap into yourself, sometimes these relationships, they break away, and that's all right. And this is the reason why the power of detachment is so important, and tapping into detachment is so important, so that when things like this happen, you're detached enough to be able to go and move on while still loving that bond that once was, if that makes sense. So don't be afraid to break away. Have that conversation. It may be uncomfortable, but it's okay that it's uncomfortable. Let it be uncomfortable. Let it be. Let it be. Oh, yes. Spirit, are there any other additional messages that you want to share? Okay, I was told to pull one more card. Oh, never mind. I guess it's going to be 2 more cards. Alright, so we have here the Knight of Cups reverse, the Chariot reverse, we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the Empress here, and we have Judgment here. Yeah, definitely what this feels like also is that this makes me kind of feel that someone is just kind of caught. I just heard someone is caught in the decision, like should I progress, like should I move forward? Like, I'm afraid to go forward with this because I'm not sure what's to happen. I feel honestly like I just heard the word blocked. Like your intuition in a sense is blocked. I need to move my incense over here. I need some more incense. There we go. Like something is blocked. But anyways, yeah, to continue on this reading, yeah, this definitely does feel like it's like you have to understand the power of, using your intuition in conjunction with reason. Also, what I feel like too is that with the 7 of Pentacles here, this is you kind of just thinking about everything to see, it's like you're trying to review everything. You're trying to see and pinpoint these different elements to see if you're making the right decision. I'm hearing that you're being, it's like this may not resonate with all of you guys, but take it as it resonates. As I stated before, some of you are being a bit too calculated. You're not allowing yourself to tap more into the receptive aspect of you, and as a result of that, it's harder for you to make that decision, whatever it is. So what I do feel like, with the Chariot reverse here, it's like you're kind of like stopping yourself from moving. It's like you're stopping. It's like I just heard you're stopping dead in your tracks. Like what is going on? Like what's going on with me? It's like a review that you're going through to figure out what the next steps are. And Spirit is saying, I need you to simply just be open to this other element of you. Like this other element of you wants to come out, because that is a part of you that wants to be seen. Shine the light upon that aspect of whatever that is. Because to shine a light upon that is to shine a light upon yourself. And when you shine your own light, you then shine the light on other people. So remember that. It creates a domino effect of people just exploration. That's what this feels like to me. And with the Empress card, to me, this is someone that is just super receptive. They are very sensual. They are very, this is someone, I just heard of status. You are literally showing up and embodying a different aspect of yourself that is going to wow people. And it's not that you're doing it for that reason. It just means that it comes with the territory. Don't be afraid of that, because that's a part of you. You know what I mean? I just heard the word Scorpio. You may be a Scorpio watching this right now, or check your Scorpio placement. Check your Scorpio placement and check your Lilith, because where the Lilith is, you can also bring liberation and healing as well. So I'm picking up definitely heavy on Scorpio vibes. I don't know why Virgo's coming through. And I'm also hearing Capricorn. So those are the energies that are coming through right now for me. And I don't know why I'm also hearing Pisces. Those signs specifically are coming through. So take it as it resonates. And we are going to go ahead and pull from Sexual Magic. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, Spirit, what is it that you have for our kinky friends tonight? We have attraction. That makes a lot of sense, actually. For whatever reason, that attraction card is bringing me to the devil. Oh, all right. Trials and dreams. I'm kind of shuffling funny because the cards are bigger and I still have on my little handcuffs here. Aren't they just so beautiful? Like, don't you guys like my handcuffs? Especially against my beautiful brown skin. Oh my goodness, I love that. If only I had my nails done right. If only I had my nails done. Anyways. Oh, I love that. I just heard the word balance. Like, balance just came through. So we have trials, dreams, attraction, and harmony. And I really do feel like what this means to me. If you heard a bump, I'm so sorry. My kids are upstairs asleep, so. And they sleep pretty wild. I apologize for that. But anyways, like I said, we have trials, we have dreams, we have attraction, we have harmony. I really do feel like these are things that Spirit is saying. You have the resources, the tools to get through these things because you are the tool. I just heard the tool guides the soul. It makes me feel like I just heard to be aware of your dreams. So your dreams are highly symbolic. It is the way that your subconscious speaks to you, because our subconscious speaks to us through symbols. So pay attention to the dreams that you're having because they contain information about what it is that you're going through right now that's going to help you through this time. Also, what I'm feeling is that harmony and balance is going to help you through this riff-raff is what I just heard. This rift-raft of energy. This is what's going to help you right now. So if you're a submissive watching this, understand that you have such a strong intuition, especially because submissive energy is very receptive. Because submissive energy is receptive to what the dominant is doing. This is another reason as to why it's easy for you to receive those downloads and whatnot. So make sure that you're paying attention to your dreams and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely what it feels like. And also what I do feel like is that the more that you tap into this self, the more that you're going to start attracting. I'm telling you, like, I just heard the word manifestation. So this makes me feel like when you start to tap more into this aspect of yourself, when you start to own the aspect of yourself, you grow your confidence. And the more that you grow your confidence, the easier it is for you to manifest the things that you've been dreaming of, the things that you've been wanting. So this is not just about you reclaiming your power or reaching a state of empowerment. This is also you growing the confidence and knowing and understanding that you do deserve a lot more than what it is you thought that you did. So this is you tapping into unapologetic energy. This is you tapping into the I'm so sorry about that, you guys. My camera actually cut off because the memory was full. So anyways, this is you tapping into your ability to receive and to understand that your empowerment will help you and aid you in maximizing your manifestations. So that's what that feels like. And now we are going to go over to the Menara Oracle. We're going to do that. And let's just move our incense here so that we can get some smoke action going on. I just love incense. Like, they're the best, I swear. And, oh, okay. The first card, oh my god, that comes out is the Temptation of Pleasure. I love that. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's move this over here as we shuffle. I can't believe I still have these handcuffs on. I love that. But that's not what Spirit is saying right now. I love this. This is so sweet. Okay, Spirit. I just heard the word edging and I just heard the word withhold. I'm not sure why that's coming through right now. And I also just heard the flower of life, or like being deflowered. I just heard virginity is a myth. Oh my god, what is that about? And now at the same time, I just heard virgin hands. Like, come on, what are these? I just heard the word say no. And now I'm hearing the word creativity. Spirit, speak to me about that. What do you mean? Can you come through with one more card for clarity? Oh my god, power and the confidence of healing. Oh wow, yeah, that makes so much sense to me. Okay, so we're going to continue, of course, here with our reading. And so we have here confidence and the power of healing. As you can see, I love that. And then we have the flow of inspiration. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. And then we have the feelings of an awakened heart. So the reason why I love this is because as we were, going through our reading, I really do feel like this liberated aspect of you, in a sense, is very healing, because you are bringing light to the things that you, like I said, I feel like you've kept hidden. You're bringing light to these different things. And I feel that the more that you bring light to these things, the more that you tap into yourself. I really do feel like I heard creativity was one of the words that I heard, I believe. And it's so interesting that we do have here the flow of inspiration, because I feel like these different things inside of you are, in a sense, inspiring or igniting this other aspect of you, this light aspect. Even though the Ace of Wands was not in the reading, the Ace of Wands to me is definitely here. The energy of the Ace of Wands is here with this one, because this is like a divine spark. This is an aspect of your divine self, and it wants to be integrated so that you can reach totality, because you're almost there. You're on your way. You just have to, in a sense, come up. I just heard the word platform. So you could be someone who is building a platform, who has a message to give the world. And I feel that through your healing, you then create room to tap more into the creative aspect of yourself. Give yourself that time and give yourself that room to grow. Allow yourself to tap more into that, because I feel that that aspect of you is something that can benefit not only you and your pockets, but also the world. And the feelings of an awakened heart, this makes me kind of feel like, in a sense, that you reaching this element of yourself helps you tap more into your heart space when you think about it, because this is you enacting on a passion that you have, that you're afraid of embarking on. It's like you have this passion, and the more that you project that out into the world, the more you tap into your core self. The more you, I just heard, it's like the more you tap into your true identity, or another aspect or element and dimension of your identity. And that's what that feels like. Wow. That is so amazing. So, to my submissives, I really do feel like it's your time to switch. It's your time to tap into the Lilith, because you've been in Eve long enough.
It's 12:25 a.m.
And Siri just told me what time it was. I'm not sure why. That's really interesting. Anyways, we are going to continue. We're going to pull yeah. Yeah, transformation. It's so interesting that I believe I picked up on Scorpio energy, which is interesting because the death card is here. This definitely does make me feel like you're on to a new version of life. It's so interesting because the face that you're showing, the face that you are showing is another aspect of you. I feel like this is you. I just heard mirror. You're going to start mirroring who you are, another part of yourself. That's what this feels like. And of course, with this card here, this makes me feel like this is definitely a new aspect of life. Even though this is the death card, this makes me feel that where there is death, life follows. Tap into that. I love that. And with the strength card, with the polar bear, this to me is a reminder that you have what it takes. Like, I keep hearing, don't be afraid. It's okay. Like, this is like a gentle reminder that you have the stamina, the ability, the brains, the body, the everything, to do that. Don't allow yourself to be limited by what you believe you should be or you should look like. Show up in your shit. And we are going to pull one more card from my Lenormand deck. Unless Spirit says not to, and it's looking like, oh my God, look what we have. Yes, you are tapping more into a sexy, another element of sexy you're tapping into. She brings me to the woman that in the Lenormand deck, because there's two. I have the limited edition of the Lenormand, and so with the limited edition, there's 2 women and 2 men. There's like 2 women, 2 men, 2 birds, and things like that. So anyways, 2 bird cards. And this woman always connects me to sensuality, to sexuality, to Venus energy, to all of these different things. A mature woman who is secure in her sexuality, who is not afraid to express that aspect of herself, who's not afraid to open up and be that version of herself. I just heard the word Marilyn Monroe. I don't know why she came through, but so you may want to look into her. I don't know if you're looking to be a little bit more promiscuous. Go ahead. I'm just kidding. But seriously, do what you want and not what you're told. Yes. Do what you want and not what you're told just came through, and I swear I'm gonna quote that shit. Like, that's fucking dope. Do what you want, not what you're told. Yes! That's the motherfucking energy. Like, that's the energy. Like, dead ass. Like, that's Lilith. Do what you want, not as you're told. Swear. Like, you create the fucking structure. You are the structure. Like, don't get it twisted. Anyways, thank you all so very much for joining me for this reading. I appreciated all of this, and I really did enjoy the time that we had here together. As you can see, we made it through this reading with our handcuffs. house, which I'm really happy about, with the keys here and everything. And trust me, it's easy to take it off. Don't even worry about it. But anyways, thank you all for joining me tonight. If you want, you can follow me on along my journey and look and observe and engage in adult content on my Instagram at shadowsxmagic. Of course, you can follow me there. Also, if you're feeling a bit lighter and you want to enter the light, you can also follow me at Magick of Eden, where I do focus more on the apothecary, witchcraft and things of that nature. I'll also be focusing on witchcraft here on the Shadows X Magic page as well. I also have an online apothecary that you can visit if you'd like. It is magicofeden.com. And I'm also going to be working on providing aftercare oils. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And I'm also actually going to be incorporating a BDSM line strictly for BDSM and magic and alchemy and things like that. So please be on the lookout for that. It will come in the upcoming months. I'll announce more later. And thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for being here. And until next time, you guys.